Greetings. This is Rionacha. Come to you with another reaction from D&D. Going back to we'll be watching the 22nd episode, and hopefully this will be the first episode that's actually back after her brush up with COVID. Just making sure. Okay. Hang on, I'm just trying to remember what actually happened last episode. Okay, yeah, okay, now, that's right. Last we left off, they had just finished up their scheduled heist, where they hit them, and succeeded in winning the bet and earning and earn her the earring, whose name I... Hang on. Okay. Good. Oh. I wonder if this will actually be the start of the second arc, or whatever. Not that there's any official time and stuff. It's I'm pretty sure that's just whoever wants the wiki. Win Polly the earring of I don't know how the pronunciation. But yeah, got a hearing for Hexum. And now they were just returning to the city of Chisar to present it to her to clear a lot of debts up and to clear Ashton 6 with Hexum and for the rest get a nice payout. Oh no, this may even lead to clearing Cyrus Wyvern wins in his name, and perhaps get Dorian back, which I doubt. I got a feeling that he might do a cameo here and there, but I feel like he's not going to rejoin. He's going to stick with the rest of the Crown Keepers, for more Xandria Unlimited specials. Love this art, by the way. Oh, probably should mention this. I do not own nor am associated with Critical Role. Any of the YouTube or Twitch channel or any other online presence. I'm just a fan sharing my reaction with other fans. 4 hours and 40 minutes, even minus that. Even minus time for this 3 things, that's just 15. That's so it'll end. The first part will end. This is part 1, by the way. It looks like it'll actually end shortly before midnight. For one, and since there's even with the not counting 15 minutes beforehand, that would still mean that for me it'd be this would end 2:25 in the morning. So yeah, I'll be recording part 2 tomorrow. One second. Knocking or stealing feeder, which would be in this house a symbol for becoming someone. It ended up just being my mom trying to get something out of something. Wait, no. You going on? Everything good? I will our kitchen actually text. Okay. No. No, just come on in. Okay. Thank you. You need to get my cold water off. So. And before we start. This is a Frine Runemecha half elven YouTuber, and I wish the and I would like to say Happy Cinco de Mayo. This is only cooking, and this is the closest I could get to what I have available. So these are kind of my normal the costume is I should call enough to be Cinco de Mayo. Okay. And with that, let's get into tonight's episode of Critical Role. I'm not even going to try to do it the way Matt does it.
Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of just nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. All of that. Before we get started in our episode tonight, we do have some announcements to get through, beginning with our first sponsor tonight, which is Quip. Sam?
Uh-oh.
Hey, everybody. Good evening, ladies and germs. It's me, Ludo McGillicuddy, and welcome to the Quip Public Domain Lounge, where all the teeth are clean and all the songs are public domain.
What is happening right now?
Well, you're on the Quip Public Domain Lounge, my friend. Quip, the Good Habits Company. What's your name, kiddo?
Matt,
Well, Mark, Quip's smart electric toothbrushes have the guiding features of their original with a new Bluetooth smart motor that connects to this free Quip app. And speaking of free, here's a royalty-free song dedicated to you, Max. Meet me in St. Quippy. Use their free app to track your brushing, get tips on and daily coaching, and earn rewards like Target gift cards. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Myron, I see you're alone tonight at the club. Is that because of your vicious halitosis?
I do not have halitosis. But
say it, don't spray it, you two. Your breath smells like... Your breath smells like my ex... Your breath smells like my ex-wife's ashtray. God rest her soul.
I'm actually really sorry about your ex-wife.
Oh, she didn't pass. I just wish to God she'd rest her soul. She doesn't sleep enough. Poor thing. And speaking of poor things, Maverick, this song with a lapsed copyright was written just for you.
Okay.
He rocks in the treetops all day long. Marco's nasty breath smells really wrong. If he only used Quip's anti-cavity mouthwash, the 4 times concentrated formula packs everything your mouth needs with none of the alcohol or artificial colors and other brands. Rockin' Robin. Woo! tweet. Thank you. Thank you. I do accept tips.
Wrap it up, Regal,
Okay,
please.
I will. On behalf of Quip, it's
And
been Ludo
and
McGillicuddy
I
reminding
give
you
them,
to start
but I
getting
feel them
rewards for
warranted.
brushing your teeth today by going to getquip.com/criticalrole25 and saving 25%
I know you
site-wide
feel
when you
them.
use code criticalrole25. That's 25% off site-wide. Oh, God. Thanks to Quip for supporting the show. Good night and good teeth. Take me out to the Quip game. Take me out to the...
Bring it back!
Oh my goodness.
Returning character, I love him.
Need to wash this shirt. Thank you, Quip, for your sponsorship. Thank you, Sam, for my nightmares. Next up, Liam, we have some announcements, I believe, from
I
Dark
haven't
Horse.
recovered. That is the Leisure Suit Larry reboot. I didn't know I did not want. After a delay, Vox Machina Origin Series 3, Issue 6 will be released this month. Be on the lookout. I am. It's really good. You should check it out at your local comic shops. For the latest updates on your comics, graphic novels, and other creations with Dark Horse, check out critroll.com/darkhorse guide.
Check it out.
Got it. All right, brother. No, Laura, we have merch, I believe.
Okay, we got some cool merch. Do-do-do-do. This is a sprinkle hanger plush.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Get ready. He's got a little cupcake charm.
There's a little pause in the
Is that
bottom.
He's got
sprinkle?
little paws on his
Oh my
bottom.
God,
He's so
I know it's real work for.
You can clip him onto your bag, take him with you.
He's just sleeping. He's just sleeping.
He's just sleeping.
Yeah, I remember it's
He's
the
resting
ending
his
trailer.
He's resting his soul.
Check him out.
Well,
Go
you know
get
that
him. He's in the
you
store.
cannot unknow.
Next up.
Oh, good God, what is
Oh,
that?
God.
That's
Okay, wait, no. Here we go. I'm sitting on it.
Are we doing it?
Yeah, we're doing it.
All right, we're doing it.
You guys.
Yo,
Finally. Yeah, he's going to put it on.
Yeah.
This is our, look at this. So we're doing this thing. We're doing collections. Woo! This is the first of a collection. The Beauty of Exandria, The Wilds. This is the first one. I can't tell you what any of the other ones are, but look out in the next coming weeks because they will be coming. This one is our Caduceus cardigan sweater.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
It's got beetles,
Something
it's got
that I
tea.
think definitely some of the others might.
a teapot.
It's got tea. You guys, it's so comfy and it's wonderful. Do you love it? Tell us.
Oh, now-
I've been
now I
living
get-
in this for
Yeah,
months now, and I have to, anytime I run into somebody out in the real world because of you, I have to take off my jacket and then wave and do a picture and then put it back on.
It's so wonderful. I'm so excited about this.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've been living
It was
in it.
designed by Adrian Helton. Just fabulous.
What are you going to do with that one?
Well,
Not give it to you, punk.
I already have one at home, so
Oh, yeah?
if
I
this
have one at
so
home, too.
okay, so if you want to keep this, it's
Wow.
always
Very you.
I'm
What
a
about
medium.
your husband over here?
Oh, are you a medium?
I can make it work.
Right?
Next up, in addition to it's a cardigan.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cardigan.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
We have a Mighty Vibe series, Caduceus
That's
puzzle.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yay.
It's made by our friends at the OP, the OP. I always say it wrong. The art is by Cami Areopagita and Kevin Areopagita. They are the ones that did our animated series for Mighty Nine, and they're amazing.
They're fantastic.
And this is amazing.
Opening.
That's what I said. What did I say?
Serious.
God, I can't.
You're doing so
I don't
good
know
in
what
the
I'm
picture.
saying.
You got this. You're great.
Believe in you.
You're great.
Ashley's the best.
This is available in the Critical Role store, and it's also available anywhere the op puzzles are sold.
She's
Yeah.
the picture of composure.
Look at how beautiful this puzzle is. I can't wait to put it together.
I'm very excited.
Also, go watch Mighty Vibes.
Also, watch Mighty Vibes. They're really great. Check out Mighty Vibes.
Awesome.
Little 5 detail.
Yeah, yeah. I think my dad and my brother did one music on that one
I
too.
know. I'm really excited.
Thank you, Laura.
Oh, you're welcome.
And by the ever sealed lids of a tiny sprinkle toy, I think it is time
Oh my
for us to go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Thursday now.
One by one we climb until we reach the top. 2 by 2 we fall.
Will we meet up and be our destiny? Hold your breath and roll.
It's
Thursday night. All you
friends, come join us. It's time to continue
our flight. There's magic and mystery. Who knows what will happen tonight? One thing for sure, we never give up on the fight. From the healer to the renegade, we all share the same goal. Adding more allies, taking more chances. Hold your breath and roll. When you die,
it's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight.
magic and mystery, from darkness our friendship will rise. Well, one thing for sure, we never give up on the fight. Ready? Say no.
And last we left off, Bell's Hells had made their journey northward here in the Odiran Wilds to Heartmoor Hamlet in search of answers about the murder of the Loomis twins and the thread of the assassins that you, Orem, have been following, as well as, it seems, discovering some connections with the nightmare that has been haunting Imogen for a good portion of her young to current adult life. You are also here to break into the Twilight Mirror Museum at the behest of Miss Gianna Hexam, to both embarrass, if possible, the proprietor of it, as well as win a wager that she had made with Yvonne Hesroga. You managed to break in against a competitive burglary team known as the Verdict. You got caught in a lot of traps, and they got caught in some traps too, and you kind of gave traps to each other, and then you fought some weird clay golem things, and then you repeatedly hit a button and burned the fuck out of the other team.
Yeah.
Sure did.
And
They had it coming.
They had it coming.
it's perfect.
Yeah,
And you won the wager.
I think that was
You
Lauren.
retrieved the
we
specific
saw the same line.
object that was notified to be waiting for you at the end of the museum safely, more or less. And in doing so, won the
There was in the play, but
arrangement for
I see YouTube
Hexam.
now. Shout out
On your way
to
out,
Bardic
you
Inspiration for
delved
their
into the seemingly some sort of a shared or uniquely parallel history with one of the local carvers in the space, other crafters of fine wooden and other materials. An MC, if you will. That was intense.
Very intense.
Totally the way I thought that was going to go. I love this game.
It's so ridiculous. As well as running into Estani on the way out, who had been contemplating the conversations you had had and trusted you with a little more information about some sort of a troupe or a group that referred to themselves as the Grim Verity, that seemed to be heading up some of the similar research into these strange astral oddities that the Loomis twins have been looking into, themselves seemingly possibly members. Upon leaving, you mounted your horses and headed southward on a relatively safe journey back, having knowing the roads a little better, managed to avoid any serious conflict or issues. And we finished the last session with you stepping towards the base of the city, just as the sun had begun to set and the flame of the Prakash pyre guided you to Drusar. So, Bell's House, what would you like to do?
Boy, that last end of the trip was just wild.
Yeah, honestly, you felt a little out of it, Fern.
I did. I was just like a little out of it. I'm not really sure why.
physical magnetism, though. We didn't skip a beat, baby.
Never, never. Right on rhythm.
What
We've
time?
already returned the horses.
Evening.
Evening.
That's right, we returned the horses.
Sorry.
No, it's
No, nothing new. But during the journey, if I may go back in time for a second,
Yes.
Yep.
I just not in a creepy way.
Uh-oh.
But when I was on watch, a night or two,
Yeah.
I've paid careful attention to Imogen's, sort of like her behavior at sleep, like what time she seemed to be like in REM sleep.
I watch her when she sleeps.
Yeah, exactly.
in a good way.
Not in a creepy way, just trying to like figure out like if she dreams every night or
that's a
if
matter
she just
of
dreams some
perspective.
nights, or just trying to figure out a pattern or something. That's it.
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Stop her an iPhone.
Natural 20.
For a total of...
Thursday.
Insight I'm pretty good on, 26.
Wow.
Well, first off, Imogen, is there anything that you think would have been noticeable during these nights of sleep?
Not in a creepy way. So don't even go there.
She farts a lot.
Just a lot of
Lot of
toodles.
I just got them too.
This sounds weird, but my hand is in. You notice I've been sleeping with my hand in my
pants?
in my pants. No, in my side pouch. In like it's not my pocket, but it's a side pouch that's on my
Like
clothes.
in it, on it, around it?
Like my hand is in.
It's false
It's
pocket
in there.
area.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Holes cut out.
Yeah, that's probably.
that's plenty.
No, yeah,
That's
that
a
would
lot.
be the most.
Okay.
Okay.
You would probably notice I feel very uncomfortable going to sleep, but you might have noticed that one
I
already.
did, yes.
I would say on top of that, too, at certain moments of restlessness in which you could see... You rolled really high. You can see when the face tenses, when the body seems to be challenged in finding comfort. The hand then finds the pouch, and then comfort seems to come quickly thereafter.
Okay.
All right.
To Dressar!
You're there!
I don't need to go through or anything, but I would say on the ride, Orem would have explained the Grim Verity, Ebenaltkai, and not Spyshine, Spiraling Shin. Eyeshine. Shout out to Eyeshine.
That's right, spiraling shin. Right.
Cool. That's it. So, now that we're in town again, some things on our to-do list include. Hexam.
Aji Dial.
That's for you.
That's for me.
Oh yeah,
Hexam for
Ashton.
We got
just Ashton.
Well, I mean,
I
I can
wanna
go
know,
solo
they
if
can catch up back
necessary.
with me.
We're checking in. Fern also wanted that statue of.
Where was that?
Well, one of her statues, Hexam. Fern asked for a payment if we
Oh,
succeeded.
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
If we succeeded, she was definitely going to give me that statue.
That changes the shape of the face.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was definitely formally agreed upon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
Written in the
we made a
contract.
contract. A verbal one.
And we got to check in with Lord Ishtarosh
Yeah.
at some point.
Okay, okay.
Lord Worcestershire.
Or Lord Ishtarosh. Any other pressing matters? Marwa's shop? Just because it's fun.
Yeah. Especially once we have a little change in our pocket, that could be fucking great.
Okay. Well, what's up? What's up first?
It's sunset, right?
I'd say
I wanna check
upon
it out
arriving...
at some point, too.
Upon stepping into the Lantern Spire and getting into the city itself proper, I would say by now the early night has kicked in. The kind of oranges and reds and purples of the sunset have just begun to fade into the dark blue and eventually heading towards twilight into the dark night itself. So the city is yours. You can see the various torches and lanterns now blazing down the ray of the roads to the Fate Walk across to the Core Spire. The city is yours.
I know it's kind of late. Maybe
But
we want to just hold up.
didn't make any videos
the lights
yesterday.
for a bit, and then start
May the
fresh in the morning.
I know it's late, but
Sure.
may the force be with you.
Where
And
do you
this
wanna
is
stay?
the reaction
like
you're
what
looking
here?
for.
Oh yeah. Well, where do we normally stay?
How have we forgotten this?
Sit and spin.
Sit and spin and the
You've stayed at the Spire by Fire. You've
Yeah,
stayed at the
Spire by
Soot and
Fire.
Swill.
I think that one's my favorite.
Yeah, the Spire by Fire. Let's go there.
Okay. All right. Stepping through the bustling early evening, you can see that the normal hour in which those who are finishing their shifts of work have set out into the night to find some sort of adventure or fun, whether it be drinks and socialization is there. Some individuals that work into the nights are preparing for whatever shifts they take through the wee hours. But the long bridge that is the Fate Walk guides you towards the core spire until eventually the familiar sight, the impressive exterior of the Spire by Fire, the bright torch light on the very front, and the now bustling interior of the front tavern space is presented before you. You're looking to get rooms for the evening?
Sure is in, yeah.
Okay. The typical crowd is within, as well as the proprietor. The rooms, are you just getting one night?
Yeah,
Well,
How many rooms?
nights, maybe 2 nights.
Let's do 2. We can always
Call it
leave.
2, and we can always book if we have
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Okay. 2 nights for 2 rooms, 3 rooms?
What do you think, Chet? Do you want to sleep alone again and hope Fern joins you, or would you rather
What?
sleep in a room with the rest of us?
I mean, I'm down for a little, a little co-op, a little team building.
So maybe 2 rooms.
Okay.
Which room is Fern in?
well, I'll just go into any room. I mean,
it doesn't matter to me. I just want everyone else to be aware.
Aware?
Cool.
Yep.
I
tracking.
think she's
each
crashing
other.
with us then. I think that's fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
Makes
that makes
sense to
sense.
me.
Thank you, F.C.G.
Ishir, the male Qatari that normally takes care of the front of the tavern in this part of the night, kind of leans forward with his orange-brown fur and goes, okay, yeah, 2 rooms, 2 nights, that'll put you back, say, 2 gold pieces, and here's your keys.
Oh, I'm taking this one. I'm so excited.
Wow, thank you, Ashton.
Yeah.
Would you like drinks brought to your room at all?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I would, yeah, that would be
I
wonderful.
didn't even know that was an option.
Can we get food as well?
No, just drinks.
Oh.
No, we can get food if you want.
Yeah.
It is an extra charge.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
All
Wait,
right,
what
we'll say
is...
for round of meals brought to these rooms for the night here, including, what do you want? Liquor, ale, beer, wine, what are you feeling?
Whatever an extra gold will buy. I'm going 3.
Very well.
It's been a good week.
Big spenders! All right, get to your room. We'll get you situated here shortly. With that, you guys are able to go to your 2 chambers. They are modest enough, but comfortable with a divided troop. There is at least enough bed space, though there are 2 beds per room, enough bed space with some coupling to or the floor if you prefer.
You say? We got a couple up. What? F.C.G.
Yeah, we all heard it.
Did you want to bunk up?
Yeah, me and Ashton and Fern. I think we were gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna bump up. Yeah, bump up. That's gonna be
Bump
great.
up.
Yeah.
Well,
like
where are you going, Orem?
I'm easy. I fit anywhere.
There's 4 beds, but if y'all just want to leave a couple beds empty and sleep 3, 3 to a couple of them, then you do your thing. But
The one of these is open if anybody wants to share. You want to join Chet and file right in.
Do it. Stay alive.
Wham! Ashen impacts the side of the stone.
I warn you, I toss and turn, and I'm a snorer.
Your body is hard.
And I can also sleep anywhere. This is just.
As a
I can
trained
pass.
carpenter, your heart drops into your stomach at the sound, a very familiar sound of load-bearing wood cracking ever so slightly.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Please. I'll sleep on the floor. Bye.
A short time later, there's a knock at the door, and you see a young, can't be older than 19 or 20 boy who is currently carrying multiple trays with food that looks like it's fairly fresh, if not standard fare here in the Spire by Fire. And
I help him out, and he just, I don't take it from his hands, but
it's hot. Be careful.
food just starts levitating. The plates start levitating across the room to the.
Okay, you're good. Closes the door.
Wait, who cooked these? This food? Is this?
Our cook, Janie? Why?
Oh, never mind. I think that might be somewhere else.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Pretty work somewhere else.
Pretty work somewhere else. That's right. Okay, never mind.
What's your name?
Good night. Good night.
What's your name? Off the event horizon.
Yeah, it was too much. As soon as he saw the eyes, like, nope.
My name is Waiter. There's a vibe in the room. Tell me about your parents. Want some candy? Want some candy?
Oh my god. So, food and drinks are yours. The night is yours. You can discuss what you wish to discuss, or move on to the next morning. Up to you. Yep.
Yeah.
Aji
What are we
Dial,
gonna do in the morning?
was he part of a Mahan house? I'd have Mahan
Correct.
house next
Yes.
to the Mahan house dial.
Yes.
No, well, right.
And
Say we get
specifically, a location referred to as the Dial Hall is where his place of business is.
Got it.
Say we get Hexam out of the way.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And I would like to go in there. I would like to put forward, because I don't think I was quite clear enough. The less personal information she gets, the better. She's fine. She's just, she can get single-minded, and you just don't want to draw too much attention to yourself, especially...
Do you want to do the talking?
I'd prefer to. If she wants to hear from anybody, feel free, but I don't want to put it in her head that anybody is for,
Sale?
available for sale, rental, or display. So conversations about your possible worth and value are, I'm not going to say dangerous, but I just don't like putting ideas in her
I
head.
think I understand. We'll act accordingly.
God, it makes me so nervous every time you say that.
Maybe I should wear the pants and shoes.
No.
Definitely not ever do that again, ever.
Okay.
I mean, that way, I suppose if she asks, you can...
I mean, it can only drive the value down. It's really not bad. Just gotta take it before you go in.
And I'd also say, try not to steal from... I mean, I'm not going to be mad if you get away with it, but I'll be very angry if you don't. That's what I'll say.
To steal from her or not to?
It was very complicated, Ashton.
That is the question.
That is definitely always the question.
To steal.
I would say, don't steal from her. But if you do steal from her, don't get caught. Succeed.
Okay. I mean, I don't really. I just borrow for a long time.
How many things have you brought back?
Oh. I haven't brought anything back just yet, but I will.
You have been busy.
We've had so much going on,
Things
so
happen.
I just, things happen in time, but we'll get there.
Yeah, think about all the adventures you're giving these items.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Don't steal as usually as a suggestion. Don't get caught as a rule. I would. That's my philosophy.
Don't steal.
Yeah.
You know just what I'm...
I remember someone once said, only steal from grumpy people. I heard that once.
Anybody
I don't know.
can be grumpy if you work hard enough.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was deep.
I have a question.
Oh.
When talking to Hexam, should we maybe, I don't know, get like a gift card or something to send to Shabanis, since we almost killed the other competitors? Like a bouquet of flowers,
I mean,
nice sirloin.
I feel bad for them. I don't know. I don't know if I feel bad for.
Well, I mean, just because she's kind of the middleman, if you will. So she could deliver the message.
I mean, I've never gotten a gift for sucking at something before.
Oh,
They survived, right? And we healed them.
Yeah, you don't win. You don't get a gift for losing.
I mean,
It's fair.
anything you survive is kind of a win.
But it might put us in their good graces, so it's a wonderful kind gesture.
I like them. The
Gotta
verdict.
word it carefully though, because it could read like passive aggression. Like,
you know,
so sorry.
Right, like
What would you say? What would you say?
Yeah, how would you phrase it? The role play. Go for it.
Dear Mr. Shabana,
Okay, it's a good start.
so sorry for winning and torching your teammates.
This is what I'm talking
That's
I hope you have
It's a different feel.
a lovely rest of your life. Does that sound good?
That sounds good to me, the way that you say
That's
it.
great.
That sounds like that to me personally sounds
Like an insult.
like you just broke up with someone and stole all their stuff while they were out at work. I'm not against it. I'm just saying if that's what you want to put forward, that's what I'm getting.
So sorry for winning, haha, and torching your teammates. Hope you have a good rest of your life.
Well, when you read it like that,
Yeah, that does sound a little proud.
You shouldn't text that though. You should say that directly to.
That's
yeah.
That's the tone gets lost.
Maybe I could send a
not
message.
the tone. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we ever run into her,
We'll do it in person.
We'll do it in person. You know, if the universe wills it.
You buy somebody a bottle of something, and you're like, no hard feelings. Hope to work together next
Oh
time.
yeah, that's a good one. Just say
That's a good
no
idea.
hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
That's a good message.
Just
Like an
business.
edible fruit bouquet or something.
Oh man, yeah. I've seen those before. They look great.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
No, that's good. To Hexham's then?
Let's get this out of the way.
Is it the next day?
Well, it's still
be
night
asleep.
in your room. If you want to sleep, you can do that, and then the next
It would
day.
be rude.
But do we need to take a watch?
No, we're
No, I
in
think we're
hotel.
fine
now.
now.
Man,
Are you
guys
sure?
have lived a privileged life.
No.
We're hot targets now.
He's got a point.
Yeah, we could have bounties on our heads.
It's not like people.
We were around a guy that was worth 20K gold.
A lot of people get murdered in hotels.
That's true. We've seen it.
Very true.
Yeah.
Should we ask the barkeep if there are any bounties on us? Or
How would he know?
well, I assume that the people who run establishments would know, the scuttlebutt around town.
I think we're all right.
Okay.
Should I keep first watch just in case?
Sure. If you want to stay up, go for it.
Okay.
We're all going to go to sleep except for we're going to have one watch.
I could go downstairs and just ask.
Sure.
No,
Okay.
I'll go after you, Chet. But I don't know if we have a third volunteer.
We're committed
I'll
to this
volunteer.
There we are.
Okay.
Okay. We're
All
going
right.
to do
So we have
watch.
the trio of watch, and you're going to the
I was just gonna run downstairs really quick and see if was it Kellyanne?
Callion's in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Callion's the bouncer.
Yeah, I was just gonna find Kellyanne.
Okay.
Just run downstairs.
Okay, so as you head back down, you can see sitting to the right in a heavily reinforced kind of bench / stool, Kalyan kind of just lumbering forward, and in one hand kind of just settled on the left knee, while her right large elephantine hand looks like it's clutching some sort of a series of metallic balls that she's just kind of just swirling in the fingers and fumbling. One is a picks it up, puts it back, and just continues to concentrate. As you approach, you kind of stop and you hear the clacking, freeze. Hi. Been a bit.
Yeah. I was just curious. Does anybody put out some money for me, dead or alive, that you heard about?
I mean, that sort of thing does happen on occasion.
I mean, the last week.
Yeah, in small spaces, maybe. Nothing that's... what are you getting at?
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Oh, wow. 16.
16. More about a whisper, since you're the only person present with this sequence. Genuinely seems a little confused as to what you're trying to glean or pull from her, but doesn't seem to be hiding anything necessarily.
Okay, cool. I just pissed some people off last week. I was just testing. But not that you need to know. It's all good. You want a beer?
I'm on the job, I can't drink.
Oh. Well, I'll have a beer for you. Thanks. And I run back upstairs.
What a strange one. As you step away and head back to the chamber. Are you taking first watch?
I am.
All right, Jenny. Then make a perception check for me, please. While the rest of you rest.
14. 14. No, 18.
14.
Too deep in the roleplay there.
I'm well rested.
All right. Uneventful. You hear the occasional rowdy outburst throughout the night, or the early parts of the evening. The energy of the tavern downstairs tends to wind down. You keep an ear out.
Because my notes look like a fourth grader's, was the Prism Emporium run by Tua to 20? Is that right?
Okay. Hold on.
I'm trying to remember when I went and bought that chisel and I was overcharged for the set.
Correct. Yeah, that was the Prism Emporium. Yeah, and that was Tuyen or Twana.
Tua to Twana. Okay. Gonna kill them. All right. Got it.
Oh boy.
All right.
Okay.
Tuyen.
A few hours go by. No major issue. Your watch comes to an end. Who do you wake up?
Arm! Sorry, pal. It's you.
Okay.
Coast is clear.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they want us to think.
Be vigilant.
All right. Well, perception check for me. Lauren.
There's a natural one. I get to re-roll. And that jumped up on top, but that's not as good as the other one. That is a 23 total.
23.
20. Nope. 26 total. Nope.
Levels.
24 total. 24 total.
Matt.
Give or take. Let's say 23 and a half.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Good. Average it out.
Yeah.
Quiet. At one point, you do hear some heavy poof, poof, poof out in the hall, and you get a bit tense, but you listen, and you hear some slurred grumbling, and somebody continues lumbering down the hall, a bit trash to their room before the door slams down the way. Beyond that, no major issue. And then your watch comes to a conclusion.
All right. Well, I walk over to the witch pile and I shake awake the furry one. Hey.
Yes, hello.
You're old. You're up.
Okay.
I'll take your spot and I roll into the corner of the bed.
Okay. Fern, roll a perception check for me, please.
Okay. Ooh, natural 19 plus.
Okay. An uneventful passage, thankfully, this early in the morning, aside from the loud snoring of Chetney across the room.
I want to do something.
Yay. Sure, yeah, what do you want to do?
I would like to walk over to the side of Ashton while he's sleeping.
Okay.
And I want to I want to watch his head and try to see if anything's happening.
Oh, cool. Inside his brain?
Okay.
Yeah.
Want to see the brain.
Okay. So, in the low light here, you take quite a bit of time. From a third-person perspective, this is really creepy. You are just inches from the crystal-like exposed portion of their dome.
Mouth breathing.
Yeah, just you see the fog going in and out.
The goat eyes.
You don't see like a brain. It isn't like a glass dome with fleshy organ visible. But a close look, you can see the inside looks like clouded, cracked crystal. You see what looks almost like a storm of quartz frozen in place, like an odd natural ice that is just locked in time. And as you focus on it, occasionally you see a bit of red kind of spark and a bit of purple just kind of glow and shift. There's like a very, very subtle microcosm of chaos and energy just kind of sparking around beyond the opaque portion of this exposed crystalline wound. It's beautiful.
So beautiful and calm in there.
Do it.
I'm just gonna put my finger on it and see what happens.
Okay.
Sorry.
It is a smooth
criminal.
Yes. It is a smooth glass-like surface there, and as you kind of run your finger along it, there's warmth to it. It has the warmth of skin, but it is a hard surface. As you move your finger along, you almost see a trail of that very faint energy across it, like those kind of energy spheres you'd see in Sharper Image when those existed.
Oh yeah. Magazine still does.
Yeah, there you go. But it just kind of follows the pressure you place along it, and it's kind of cool, and you can't stop yourself from kind of doing it a bit. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I was going to say, because there's no feeling on the glass, but that would definitely.
But the proximity and the movement of her finger on it
might actually be enough to.
With disadvantage because you are asleep.
Oh, that's fair. Perception check, right?
Yes.
Nope. I am out. Nothing above a 3.
You are like shifting their head, like an inch one way or the other with no reaction. They are down for the count, and you are just they're a toy for the moment.
Okay. I am
So high
going
school.
to get really close, and I am going to, up against the glass part, I'm just going to go. And then I'm going to make 2 dots and then a smiley face.
You've got it. Easily enough done, unnoticed, unbothered, and as the moisture from your breath begins to fade, you can just faintly still make out the ever so slight image of a smiley face upon the exterior.
Touche.
I'm going to go back to the bed and kind of move Orem a little and just keep circling like a dog till I find a comfortable spot.
Okay, you eventually find it and push in and curl against your familiar friends and go to sleep for the last part of your watch.
That's the best part.
Good night.
Everything's good.
Oh my god.
A good hour and a half, 2 hours or so without watch progress with the rest of you sleeping. The sun slowly begins to rise. The temperature of the room begins to grow warmer and warmer. I will say, Ashton, in your night's rest, whether it be brought on by exterior physical handling of yourself that you're unaware of or not, you sleep soundly not out of a calm rest, but out of just a physical exhaustion. Still recuperating from the previous journey, but you keep having these flashes, these moments, memories of holding an adult's hand above you, flashes of the ground itself tearing and breaking against other shelves of jagged rock. You have images of wandering through the long path from the Hellcatch Valley northward and being mindful of the crawlers and other wandering brigands. Just moments scattered of your life like a broken puzzle. Fractured but put back together, like you. And to that point too, flashes of the climactic break-in that set this strange path. The darkly lit interior of Hexham's Manor.
What the hell? Uh-oh.
The whispered rushing of the nobodies around Milo trying to get you to join. But your confidence and intent to unseat some mysteries keeping you a bit too long behind. Flashing to that crate again. The last thing you remember from that failed burglary. reaching into it, and then a striking white coloration. The sound like a thunder crack, but echoing into 1,000 echoes from all different directions. In one moment, you are 1,000 pieces, and then back to one. And waking up in the Crook House, Milo standing over you, their thick glasses upon lenses looking down at you, with the lantern light, sweat dripping off their face, dirt and grease smeared on their brow, their knitted cap pulled tightly over as their massive eyes, magnified, blinking. You okay? You okay? Okay. The echoes progress even further. Hundreds of echoes. Okay. Reversing and then colliding again. And then just dark, restful sleep. You all wake up, comfortable. Night's rest to get your long rest if you needed it. Breakfast was not ordered to be delivered either, so you have to retrieve your meal for the morning.
Leave that shit on the doorknob before you go to bed.
But the day is yours.
Food on the go as we head over.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Let's just get this done.
Okay. You go ahead and grab yourself a meal. We'll say for the troop here, a quick grab and go sort of breakfast dish. Run you about, we'll say, 6 silver.
That one too.
I'll take care of it.
Really?
Oh, yes, it's really not a problem.
All right.
She unseats a few sticky coins from the inside of her fur.
Sticky coins.
They're yours anyway.
Keep getting stuck to my finger.
Where would you like to go?
I think we should get the biggest out of the way. Clear the decks. Go see Hexam.
Yeah.
Some cash.
Oh, God, that's right. We get money for this.
We got money for this. It's hopefully what they do when you do something you weren't going to do otherwise.
This is very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, you have lots of money.
Look, I'm frugal. I wasn't born rich. I've earned this.
Bye.
Selling toys?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know a lot of people that make wooden toys of an expert nature? I don't think so.
We've met several just in the last week and a half.
Fuck F.C.G.
Well, I mean,
No, sir.
I thought you were a healer. You cut me deep.
sorry, I take it back.
I need a moment. All right, it's passed.
No, I mean, you do well. You get paid well for what you do. I've looked in his wallet. It's very well stocked.
No, I know.
was.
It's become far more well stocked since you started traveling with us.
I'm a team player.
why I keep
I
taking
share.
off the top.
I picked up the tab for things Orm knows.
He has been very generous.
Respect.
It's true.
You don't see me spending on, extra hotel rooms just to satisfy my carnal desires.
All right.
That was a lot out here in front of the hotel.
The 11-year-old that's now standing to your left, who's like licking what looks to be a piece of rock candy, he's been staring at it, goes, "What's carnal mean?"
It's a dessert. Ask your parents.
You have it for sex. It's cute.
He's 11. It's fine.
All right. Are you heading to Gianna Hexam's then?
Yeah.
All right. Heading over towards the Lucent
Okay, I'm
Spire,
not drinking
where
beverage at
the
this moment.
elite live amongst their
It-
well-to-do
none of it will
and
be in my
expensive
stomach right now.
estates. You pay each 1 silver for the path to via the gondola
I'll
as
get
you all
it.
step.
It's on me.
Thanks.
generosity.
Thanks, Chet.
Carnal generosity,
He's so
practically.
kind.
He's very generous.
Am I using that right?
Shut up, Ashton.
And 1 point.
As the doors close, you all rest inside it, rocks gently before.
Oh, no.
She's got blurry. She got blurry.
Okay.
I like blurry fern.
I know.
Look at that blurry.
Eh?
The-
come back.
It'll come back.
find its
It'll
way.
come back.
Much like the gondola, as it rocks in an uncomfortable fashion for a bit at Fern's pushing, but it does come to rest eventually. Looking down behind you, having returned to the city, you get once more that beautiful view, especially from the height of the Aleutian Spire, this path that you have taken. In the late morning, you can see the sun is crashed through and pushed back the majority of the night fog that seemed to have choked the lower jungle bed beneath the city. Glancing upward, you could see the familiar, beautiful cobblestone streets and rising spires of the various homes and boats and courtyards that surround magnificent Mahan House homes and possible members of the Quorum. Eventually stepping off, you return to these neighborhoods and follow the familiar path to Gianna Hexam's somewhat intense-looking, darkly colored estate. Within a moment of knocking, the door opens, and the dimly lit interior, with nary a window to be seen beyond to the back of the staircase that kind of turns off to the left and up to the secondary floor, leaves most of the room in fair shadow. But what you do hear immediately, suffusing the chamber, is a beautiful solo violin playing. Just kind of gently filling the atmosphere within.
It's more sentient, inanimate objects. Stay away from it.
We need someone practicing.
Yeah, does Gianna play an instrument?
You've never seen her play an
I've
instrument?
never seen her play an instrument. Doesn't mean she can't, just I've never seen it. We don't have that kind of relationship. Actually, I take that back. We do, but it would be under very strange circumstances.
Trust it.
I think we assume for now that it's an instrument.
Playing itself.
Of course.
I mean,
It could also be
that
like
sounds
the
expensive.
Starpoint Conservatory. You know, they have music playing in that. Who knows where it comes from?
Should we follow the sound?
Or do you know where we're going, Ashton?
Hello?
That works too.
Violin just keeps playing.
I brought stuff and things.
The door closes behind you.
We follow it.
Yeah, wow, this is weird. Are we safe?
Leading the path forward towards the base of the stairs, the sound of the violin seems to grow louder as you approach the stairs leading to the second floor. You pass by the familiar busts and statues, including the ones that look fairly blank in detail, but as you walk near, you can see them, the enchantment trying to grasp your shape, kind of failing at this distance, but just enough of a transition, like it's trying to grasp something to hold on to before you pass beyond it, and it reverts back to just a blank humanoid bust. Continuing up the stairs, the sound of the violin gets louder. As you head to a secondary landing that is open and overlooks the top of this foyer, you can see open. There's a double door to a study chamber where you've been before, and this is, you know, to be kind of one of her personal sitting rooms. Looking just past the door, you can see there are two figures. You can see one, an older human woman with a pair of spectacles on the end of her nose, wearing a very nice dress, high neck, kind of folded up top. Her hair is put into a high bun with what looks to be like a singular braid that kind of emerges from the center of it and dangles towards the back of her shoulders. No, this is you're not familiar with this figure. And she is just intently, hands clasped, looking forward. And about 5 feet from her, by the mantle of an unlit fireplace, is Gianna Hexam, violin in hand, and is just playing. Not even acknowledging your presence yet. The older woman kind of glances over and notes all of you, and then goes back to listening to the music. About a minute of music continues. You listen to it. It is this haunting, beautiful melody that you can't help but wonder, based on the atmosphere here, if it is beautiful in its own right, if this is some sort of magically enhanced skill that she is practicing, is there an enchantment involved here? Are you being enchanted? Being in the proximity of this? Is this dangerous? It's hard to tell in the presence of someone that you've been told and sensed to not trust. But she completes the song and sets the bow to the side, gives a nod, and the old woman stands up. Well done. You've drastically improved. Here. And she reaches into a small bundle on the side and pulls out a few sheets. Practice these before our next lesson. And it appears you have company. Jonah. Yes, apparently it does. Thank you so much. Yes, Ashton, step inside. Bring your hells with you, please. The old woman grabs her little kind of leather briefcase-looking side satchel and stands up, gives you all a curtsy and a smile, and then exits out from where you came. You hear her footsteps kind of...
Do you have a business card?
I do not have a business card, but...
Okay.
Why are you looking...
We know how to get a hold of you, just in case any of us feel like taking lessons.
Of course, I'm sure Miss Exum could pass on my information.
What was your name?
Dinah.
Dinah?
Dinah Veshur.
She's the killer.
Gianna goes, she was a long-celebrated violinist here in the city, and she's been kind enough to give me lessons in her retirement, so thank you. And she nods and exits. You hear the of her hardened shoes clattering on the stairway down to the empty and now still silent household.
As she's leaving, can I take a close look at her hands as she's leaving? Does she have the calloused fingers of someone that's worked a violin and a...
Make a perception check.
That's an absurd.
Fancy.
You seen these hands are like ballet feet. They're terrible. Was it ballet feet?
Ballet feet.
8. No. Not at all. Way too dark. The little bit of light that comes through from that window as she passes by, it catches mostly her shoulders and the back of her head, and it's like a very strong rim light, so you can't make out much detail.
Does she look like anyone we saw posters of at the theater?
No, actually. Well, roll an intelligence check for me if you don't mind.
You do background checks on these music tours.
I know.
Nobody gets away free.
I'm not going to let you unveil my big bad.
14.
Was it?
14.
14? Now that you it's more the hairstyle, if anything, it seems familiar. You can't pinpoint specifically, but you get the sense of like, I mean, if she seemed to be that important, you might have passed by a poster or so while you were in the theater. But Gianna says, well, friends, I've been notified that you've come to me with good news.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
Yes. Please, and she goes ahead and reaches over and sits into a large, high-back leather chair and kind of scoots it over to face you, crosses her legs and places her hands on the edge of her knee. Tell me all about it.
How long have you been taking lessons?
Oh, just this past year. I wanted to pass the time.
And you're already that good?
I'm studious when I wish to be.
Do you play anything else, or is this your first instrument? It just seems so ambitious to learn something later in life.
F.C.G.
One does have to find ways of filling the time between endeavors. I've always wanted to see if I could, and well, it seems that I have the aptitude.
That is admirable. That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you kindly. So, please, I would wish to know that this arrangement has been left in my favor.
Quite a bit. We met with more resistance than we were expecting. I think your friend was hoping to have everybody killed off in his little museum. Certainly made a go for it.
Avon is not known for his delicate touch, or ingenuity, really.
Well, I didn't hit him. Although I wanted to.
That is a very normal reaction to his presence.
There you go.
Instead, we did this. And I pull out the papers.
Minus.
Yeah, the papers we brought. Yeah, the papers that are on hand.
And these are...
Right, Laudna.
Oh, right. Do the little frosty frost.
How quaint. What a dullard to think that would be enough to keep these hidden. Give me a moment. And she begins to read through and thumb through.
Didn't really give them a full look, but the couple I really took a look at were pretty funny.
Indeed. Oh, this is delicious.
I knew you would.
This will send ripples through our circles, yes.
How long have you known him?
Oh, the better part of a decade or so. It's a bit of a putz. But we've thoroughly embarrassed him based on our wager. I've made quite a bit of coin at your success, and as such, I do owe you a bit of coin, if I recall. She stands up and walks over. You can see there's a small chest that's been placed deliberately in this room in an expectant way. And as she kind of lifts the edge and reaches within and pulls a kind of a hefty velvet pouch out that you can see has quite a bit of weight to it as she lifts it into her arms and hands it over to you. That is the 3,500 gold pieces we agreed upon, mostly collected in platinum. It is 500 apiece, based on which we had discussed. As to this additional information, well, she sees her thumb through, and she pulls out a very, very small kind of leather pouch and kind of shakes out. You can see a cluster of gems, and kind of picks a few out, hands over a beautifully cut ruby, and what looks to be a bunch of diamonds set into a gold bracelet. These should easily fetch you well in the neighborhood of 1,000 gold as a bonus. Hands it over.
Just a bonus? That's very kind.
Well, you've provided me enough to keep him thoroughly embarrassed for the next year or more so with these papers, so I'm very thankful. And I want to ensure that those who work for me and do an exemplary job know that there are exemplary rewards. To that point, I do not mean this the wrong way, you are a very surprisingly effective troupe, given how you initially presented yourselves. What is it you're up to in the near future? I'm always looking for diligent talent.
Well, we're a little booked at the moment. We're heading out of town for a little while, but...
Oh, shame.
I will say that the group that we did compete against, despite the fact that they lost to us, were impressive and talented. But as that we are friends, as soon as I'm back in town, I will be happy to let you know.
I appreciate that.
What kind of work did you have for someone?
Yeah, just in case there's like a cancellation.
Sure.
Ooh, at the very moment, nothing in particular, but I'm always keeping my eyes down the road. There's always events, opportunities.
We're great ball guests.
So I've heard.
Oh,
So you
heard.
saw.
Yeah.
So, just to be clear, we're square.
We are square, Ashton.
I look forward to working under slightly less duress in the future.
I don't know. Well, anything else I can do for you? Or shall I set you on your way?
What about that head?
I was. Oh, right.
What?
Head?
Well, yes, I actually,
We did, actually.
I feel like we talked about maybe, you were going to give me the statue that was downstairs. Didn't we talk about that? I feel like we did.
Oh, you were serious about that?
Oh, very much so. I think it's beautiful. Obviously, I can't carry it with me now, but I would gladly take it off of your hands anytime.
Make a persuasion check.
Except a
Okay.
What's her Christmas going? I forget.
Jeez, what is she rolling?
You rolled already. 18.
18. I'll tell you what. If you take it out with you right now, you can have it.
Okay. Just lift it up and take it out?
Indeed.
Okay.
I smell trick.
On the way out. There's 2 to choose from right at the base of the stairs.
Do you have a preference?
Not particularly. The enchantment is identical.
Are they going to attack, or is something going to
Don't
trigger?
spoil the surprise.
So. Guess you'll have to find out.
Oh, this will be fun. Okay.
If I might make a small request. Might I have a few moments alone with your, automaton friend here?
You hear in your head. I don't think you should. I think she's dangerous.
And you hear back, but Ashton gave me some good advice, and I've got to take it.
All right.
Would you be comfortable with me staying in the room, since you know that I do not talk?
If you like.
It won't leave the room.
Very well. The rest of you, just for the purpose of privacy and current curiosities, just give us a few moments if you don't mind.
No problem. Let's fucking go, Fern.
Yeah, let's go.
Here. If you need anything, just holler, and I'll come right back in. All of us will.
Will you be able to hear my thoughts, or
I'll
no?
be able to. Only if you want me to.
I think I'll be okay. Ashton's here.
As the rest of you step outside of this study chamber, the doors close and you hear a lock on them. Gianna's attention drifts from you and goes directly to you. Please, approach me.
Approach? Oh, okay, sure. I'll roll over.
She adjusts to the edge of her seat, almost in like a first chair musician position, chest out, knees to the front, leans forward and just kind of looks out and begins to inspect you directly. This close up, you can see the tense lines in her brow. You can see the piercing intelligence in her eyes and the kind of subtle cold confidence that comes to the person that is used to getting what they want. But she is not at the moment encroaching in a disrespectful way, if a bit forward and probing. Where were you constructed? Who was your constructor?
Oh boy, I've been dancer. Do you know her? She was a great gal. She was my creator.
I cannot say I've worked or heard of a dancer.
She was part of a group. We used to go, on jobs, and she had a few, like me, mechanical-based automatons with her, and she made them and refurbished them, and
She was very talented. Your craftsmanship, a bit rough at first immediate glance, but. And now her hands come forward, she kind of cups the side of your head on each side and kind of pulls you forward and is now like, she went from like connecting with you as another person and is now inspecting a device and is talking out loud about, this seems at points the metal minerals appear to be almost flexible. This is beyond just simple enchantment. There is fine craft here, which I've only seen a few places by some extremely talented.
If I may, ma'am,
yes, I'm sorry.
The way that you're sort of pawing me, it's not quite the way that I care to be touched.
My apologies. I'm a study of the unique, so I get a bit carried away.
Well, that's understandable, but, the more and more folks like me I encounter in our travels, I don't think they're treated very well. There's some that move trolleys from one place to another, and we've met some that have very sort of menial tasks. And
well, this is why I find you so fascinating. The standard automaton is but a tool. It lacks sentience. It moves through enchantment like a flying weapon or a magically opening and closing door would. And as she moves her hand, you can hear the lock on the door to the chamber.
Is that a mechanical thing that you've got over there?
These are all very simple enchantments.
Enchantments, yeah.
And she kind of rubs her hand, and you can see that there are all number of rings and bracelets upon her. She is very well decked out in jewelry, and all of it looks very well made. Says, I prefer to ease my tasks day to day with the powers at our disposal. So I've dealt with many other automatons, and I find that your awareness is truly unique.
It's nice to be called unique, but I don't know. Have you ever talked to any of the other automatons?
None of them have talked to me before.
Well, maybe there's your problem. Maybe you should go up and say hi sometimes.
You may be right.
But no.
I appreciate that.
I don't think F.C.G. was originally F.C.G. I think he actually has a soul.
I don't know you very well, but
an organic
a
life
bit of
form.
advice.
I bet you that a lot of people with that theory.
Touch people's faces and probe around them when you first meet them. I mean, I forgive you. I know you're curious about me, and to be honest with you, I'm sort of curious too. I haven't met many other folks just like me, and I'd like to find out why. But it's just not a good way to get to know someone. I've learned from my friends, the Hells, that you're supposed to take someone out and get a meal with them and go to the theater with them to really get to know them. And at the end of the day, if they don't like each other, then they just sort of say, I'm not into you, and then you kind of go your separate way. But at least that's the sort of ritual, the social ritual that you're supposed to do, not this sort of poking and prodding thing.
Are you asking me on a date?
Oh boy, I didn't intend to, but sure, if you'd like to. I think that would be real neat. I know a restaurant with a really good meal.
Oh no.
I am continuously amused at this conversation. I do not think I'm your type. I am.
That's exactly what the other fella said about my friends. I guess we just sort of skipped to the end.
Well, should you encounter any others of your kind with a similar awareness, sentience, personality, sense of humor, perhaps not my way.
What will you do with them?
Well, I wouldn't be grabbing their face and peering any further, knowing that that is a faux pas. But call it professional curiosity. I can make it worth your while.
Oh, how so? By giving something to Ashton and my friends?
You'll be paid well, of course.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. And hey, if you have experience with other automatons or mechanical creatures, do you happen to know anyone who's expert in building or crafting or has a history with folks like me? Or maybe a place? A place out in, because we're going to do some traveling. So if we ever come across a city that's maybe known for that sort of stuff.
I do have a few contacts, but I believe out of professional respect, I will keep them between us, me and them. As far as locations, well, really, if you look hard enough, many of the various metropolis would probably be able to provide. There are scavengers and crafters all across the Hellcatch Valley. Shanador and Eos has quite a diverse study of arcana and enchantment. I would not be surprised if there are specialists in automaton creation and enchantment. In fact, I'm pretty sure a number of those that were created for the gondolas for this city were crafted there and sent. There is also Ankarel in the Rumadam Desert, though I have not visited there in quite some time. I hope that's helpful.
It is. I'll be honest, I can't figure you out too much.
Feeling is mutual.
I guess I'm starting to learn that just because you have a soul doesn't mean you know how to use it too good.
She blinks slowly.
Oh my God.
Anyway, have a smiley day.
You as well. Fresh cut grass.
That's me.
In the interim, let's see, but is anybody else doing anything, or are we cut the
I was waiting for that to end. I'm going to leave last, but go ahead if anybody else wants to do stuff.
Oh, we want to try to get this statue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Make a strength check.
She's just taking. Is it a bust or is it a full?
Yeah, how big is it?
Yeah.
No, it is a maybe a nearly a foot wide pillar that rises from the ground. It has almost like a spiral shape to it, and then on top there is a bust, but it looks humanoid. It's like shoulders and like the upper part of a shoulder and the upper part of an arm.
Ford bus we had on the.
But it is plain.
No.
It is featureless beyond just the shape of a head and shoulders and chest.
Disney projection man.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Oh,
Haunted
yeah.
Mansion.
Oh, yeah.
As you're all watching Fern grab and pull at it,
Can we try to help?
if someone wants to try and roll as well.
I'm gonna try to use my telekinesis to help her out.
The spell telekinesis or the...
Oh, like my mage hand, my telekinesis.
Okay, all right.
5 pounds of weight.
Yep. So what'd you roll for?
Come on, we can do it.
It's an extra help of like 10 pounds.
All right.
It'll help.
That'll slightly lower the DC. All right. Fern, what'd you roll?
Right there.
8.
Oh, great.
Guidance.
Come on.
Did you guide yourself, Fern?
I forgot.
Little goat pellet falls out.
It's just so heavy.
Every time she strains, I create a little opening bloom on her furry butt. And after 30 seconds, there's about 8 or 9 of them.
While the conversation is happening, you keep like having moments of that dream coming back. Looking around the room, you remember being in this room long ago. You remember it darker and shaded, and seeing your compatriots rushing around and rummaging through things, and then you're back, and you watch as Fresh Cut Grass and her are having this conversation. The bust is not moving.
Well, not today. Maybe we'll come back. It's fine.
Are you sure?
What the fuck is up with that?
What if we just what if we just take the bust part off of the top of the column?
Yeah, can we do that?
And that's what she's trying to do.
Oh, she's not trying to move the whole column.
It's just a little too heavy. It's like barely moving. It's like you hear the occasional as it's like just shifting ever so faint.
Almost got it.
It's got a steel base.
I'm gonna put my face in front of it.
Okay, as you glance down towards it and make pseudo eye contact with the formless face before you, you watch as it shifts and little fawn ears and horns begin to emerge from the front of it, and you see your face peering back at you with just solid eyes, no pupils or irises.
Cool. Hello?
It just looks back at you. It doesn't speak. But it follows your movement, almost like it's intently mirroring your head's position.
Do you want to come with me?
It kind of does the nod and head turn in the same way you did.
Can you make yourself lighter?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
These are the real questions. This is the real stuff.
There it is.
Clack.
18.
18. No, it's a bust. Nothing changes.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
All right.
Would any of us notice Ashton feeling a little?
I'm not there
Yeah, Ashton's been up in the room the whole time.
Oh.
The rest of you are downstairs while they're closed off in the office.
500 gold. We are loaded now. I don't want to hear shit from any of you.
500 gold to our.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 500 or it's well? We got the gems.
It's
so they
500
have to be
apiece.
on.
And then 1,000 gold worth of gems and jewelry.
Ashton,
Which
you know,
can't be.
Taliesin, as always, take my 500 in your own stocks.
Already there.
Very good.
I'm going to take a second to just try and run through the night again as much as I can.
We were
while this
running
is
through
going
the
on,
night.
Try and track what happened where.
Okay.
Since this was the room, I'm just want to. While this conversation has been happening.
This was not the room.
This wasn't
where
the room.
it happened.
Okay.
There it was.
Did I miss?
What you recall occurred in the floor upstairs, in the where you found that crate in the final moments. But you can make a perception check if you want to.
I'll take it. 19.
19.
For me, that's really impressive.
A roll or a total?
Total.
Total 19. That's okay. That's really good. As you kind of blink as they're finishing their conversation, you look around the room and you remember distinctly seeing your friends like pushing through the back bookcase and pulling back books and finding nothing and just throwing things into sacks and satchels like it was worth anything. You remember being upstairs when everything got weird. You remember that crate. And you kind of glance over to the far side of the room underneath a table with their candelabra is placed on to the left of the door. There is a dark blue, almost like a carpet or a decorative tapestry that's kind of half folded that is draped over what looks to be a wooden container approximately the same size of the one that you had gotten into that night. Different room, different place, and it's hard to tell at this distance, but it has a similar shape. With a 19 perception, it catches your attention.
I look away. And I wait for this conversation to be over.
Okay. The conversation comes to a close as she goes, well, thank you for your time, both of you. And for your diligence. Not everyone can keep a promise these days. I appreciate that.
As do I. I'll meet you outside. Just 1 second.
Oh, okay. Bye.
I apologize. I was trying to warn you.
It's all right.
Thank you. It's been an interesting arrangement, and I look forward to seeing you when I'm back in town. And thank you for the violin. That was beautifully unsettling.
Good. I'm hoping to achieve such an effect, hopefully, so that is high marks in my mind.
Everyone loves to be seen. And I head my way out. Shut the door. And head downstairs.
Okay.
Having a mild heart attack.
All right. You guys watch as Ashton returns to the troop looking a bit wide-eyed and...
Are we still having trouble with the...
Was I okay in there? Was that all right?
That went well.
Okay.
We'll go over notes, but well done.
Okay, thank
Well
you.
done.
Okay. How's it going down here?
We can't get the bus.
I think we're about done.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a quick try to just grab it and
Is it
sling
being
it.
magically held down?
Make a strength check.
Come on.
Strength check.
Yes.
23.
23. With just one arm, pretty much. You just kind of like, fireman's carried the bus onto your shoulder.
We're out.
Snap!
I just start heading towards the door.
Oh, wow. That worked?
Oh, wait, is it? Do you need help?
Mine now. I'm going.
Oh, okay.
The
Where are we
doors-
gonna put it?
The doors open as you exit. As you all
Where are you
one
going?
leave
I don't.
the estate.
Do either of
door
them have? Do any of them have a bag of
closes
holding
behind.
it? I forget.
What was that all about, F.C.G?
I don't like that woman.
I just don't like her.
I don't think I do either.
Let's get to the gondola before we talk.
Oh,
about it.
okay.
All right.
Also, do you mind doing me a favor?
What's up?
Once we're on the gondola,
What's up?
let's get to the gondola.
Okay.
We don't like
I will say yes to the favor regardless of what it is.
Sorry, having a bit of a time.
I know you look a little pale, flushed. Both. I don't know. It doesn't work on me anymore.
I was kind of curious because this is very. I'm aware something happens, but every time someone's tried to describe it, it just gets very
I
muddled.
feel like there's something more light comes from your head a little
Well,
bit.
that's normal. Yeah, it's just this that doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
You do tense your jaw. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, there's reasons for that. Yeah.
It's very like the button.
The MJ situation.
Do you grind your teeth when you sleep?
Yes.
I can make you a wooden mouthpiece. It'll be easier on your.
God.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's
Like a
supposed
mouth
to
guard?
help.
Yeah.
Try it, because I just want to show you what happens when someone made of rock puts a wooden mouth guard in their mouth.
I mean, now it has to happen.
No, I'm serious.
Can you unhinge
Wait,
your
you're
jaw?
gonna make that before you finish making the rest of our toys?
Listen, I can multitask, all right? Also, it's on a sliding scale of who's being nice. Okay? Yeah, that's right.
Gee, Chet, you're so talented. I can't.
believe it.
Let's just get a little farther from that house.
Start whittling on
In
the
your head,
gondola.
you hear, should we be worried? Do we need to?
You all return back to the gondola.
I do not respond to the thought.
Wait, what did you say? I don't
Should we be worried?
A small crowd steps off the gondola, well dressed. Kind of a perfumed smell emerges, and it is just your troop stepping into the gondola. That is 1 silver apiece as well to traverse it.
That's a lot. That's a lot of perfumes.
Identify object and
I'll
detect
get it.
magic,
I got it.
please.
6 already.
On what?
The statue and all of us.
Oh, okay.
What are we doing?
What are you doing?
They want me to detect magic to see if we have any magical enchantments been placed on us by, like, maybe the violin music or something.
And then also just to see what this thing is.
I don't know that I can necessarily detect charms or something, but let's give it a shot.
No, it'll
I
just
cast
be-
detect magic, and I look around the room.
Okay. Beyond all the various enchanted items you are all carrying, you can see all the different weak or strong auras they give off in the space. And of course, the bust that you're carrying over your shoulder gives off a very faint magical aura of the illusory school specifically.
Okay.
But nothing catches your eye in the realm of any wayward enchantments, marks, or sigils.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
All right. And you want me to identify the bust?
If you said it's just a
Just
gentle
looks like it has a
illusionary,
little
then it's-
gentle magic on it.
then that's fine. Okay. Should we be worried?
Should we be worried?
How to put this? You know how some people are nice?
Yeah.
Well, and there's also some people who are nice because they choose to be nice.
Yeah.
She chooses to be nice. And so
But
it's
it's not
just
her.
best to help her keep choosing that.
Okay.
Is everything all right, Ashton? I don't normally see you this flustered.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking a lot about the pet. It's interesting to be out of this contract, and I
Congratulations, by the way.
thank you. It genuinely doesn't feel real.
Do you think it is?
I don't know. There's been some things that are bothering me. I don't know. I'm having.
What are you worried about?
I'm having trouble remembering some things. I don't know. It's.
Like what? Like.
What was I even going to grab? I haven't thought about it in so long.
What are you talking about, Ashton?
I'm gonna need a drink.
I have an idea.
What's up?
What if, I mean, I know that it's deeply personal, and if it's uncomfortable for you in any way, just say so. But yeah, F.C.G and I, we did a thing where it's kind of like we can dive deeper into thoughts and memories and maybe recover something. We could try it with you.
You'd have to be willing.
Yeah, and maybe if both of us are helping you at the same time, we might actually be able to help you piece things together.
Do you think you forgot on purpose? Well, I guess not on purpose, but like, you know.
I mean, it was a very complicated day.
Some weapon action.
Are you sure you would? Are you sure this isn't dangerous in here? There's a lot happening in here.
It's true.
What if you guys go in there and you get lost or something?
I've never been lost in anyone's head.
You have someone literally standing here who got lost in a water fountain.
Well,
That was
true,
different. Water
but-
fountains can be very complicated.
I feel like this is much more complicated.
there's a lot going on
A
there.
lot more fighting.
There's a lot going on in your brain, but trust me when I say that some other people have a lot going on too, you know?
Well, I'll do what I normally do when I'm unsure. I pull out a coin and flip it.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. I have a
We don't have to
question.
do it now.
Oh, thank God, I didn't
Yeah,
want to
no.
do it now. These things make me a
Yeah,
little sick.
not here. I would definitely not want to dive that deep in it.
Although I've always wanted to be in a fight on a gondola. We can do that sometime, right? I want to knock someone off one of these things.
I bet Chet would be down.
It's just us on here. Please don't get in a fight right now.
I think that the conversation that you two had went well.
Okay.
What was the conversation you two
Get to that in a second. Chetney had a question.
Could you open your mouth for just a second? Just for a second. I just need to see your molars. Just for real quick. You say, fuck you. There we go. Got it.
You have an overbite.
You notice. I was very.
God, it feels like this gondola ride's been going on forever.
Normally we take the carpool gondola. This is
the wind's picking
I lift up Orem so he can see out the window.
Thanks
Where
for
are we
letting us
heading, by the
know.
way? Estros?
Estros, I thought.
Next?
Uh-huh.
We're going to carry the bust around all the
Yeah,
way?
I think we can leave it at Esteros's. I think that's a good place.
Oh, that's a good
great
idea.
idea.
That's a really good idea.
We got another night here, so let's get our errands done, and then maybe when we park our butts tonight, you guys can try that trick.
Okay.
What was the conversation about?
Conversation was about she seemed really interested in me.
Like, sexually? Or...
I thought so at first, but it was not true. She seems to have some sort of a not a kink, just she's really into automatons. She said for convenience, but she seemed just extra fascinated by the way I was constructed and created, and
Their uniqueness.
yeah, she said unique, and she wanted to know where and why and how. I know that, so a lot of people have said that about me.
You are quite unique.
At this point, and I'm wondering if maybe, maybe Dancer didn't tell me everything. Maybe the parts that she used to put me together were, from something else. I don't know.
I mean, F.C.G. Amongst a lot of us, we've done a lot of traveling. I've never
told
met
you.
anyone like you.
Ever.
It's not the.
Built you from other. How do you mean?
Well, she would salvage parts from all over the place to help construct the others.
What if you are a dead person and now their soul has been transferred inside of you, but you can't remember?
Like you?
Well, I remember.
Oh, okay.
I think you
Yeah.
have a kink now.
Yeah, but
I'm a dead girl. People definitely have kinks.
How well do you
Yeah,
know her?
but honestly,
like, has
yeah.
she ever been married? Does she have a partner? Does she have any children?
I don't know.
I gotta
don't
come back
know,
and
I
watch
don't-
this thing again.
I'll say probably not. Probably not. Very probably not. It's not the sort of relationship we have.
I mean, was she like admiring you when she looked at you, or was it
Yeah,
like?
but it wasn't in like a. I don't know. It didn't make me feel good. It was more like a butcher inspecting a piece of meat.
Oh, she was all up on you, like you could smell her lunch.
I can't smell.
They would have been able to, yes.
The gondola comes to rest at the bottom to the core spire, and as the doors open, you can see waiting behind a few individuals that are looking for you to exit, so they can go ahead and make their way further up into
That smell's not from us, that's from the people before us.
So you step in, you're like.
Oh, that smells from us.
Yeah, I mean.
So, you continue your conversation if you'd like.
Sure. I mean, yeah, she seemed real into me, and I don't know why I didn't love it, but you know, I understand. I guess. I don't know. What do y'all think?
How did you leave it with her?
Well, she wanted me to go find others like me or other peculiar automatons and report back to her, and if I shared that information, she would reward you with, I don't know, gold?
Well, that feels like if you can find other people like you, why would you want to sell them out to her if she seems so
grabby?
I think you might be right. Maybe, yeah. The way that you all treat me is wonderful. And maybe other folks should treat other automatons with more respect.
if we ever meet one. I mean, one like you. We've tried talking to other automatons. They're not like you, F.C.G.
Well, maybe we're just not speaking their language. Maybe we're not trying hard enough. Maybe. Or maybe there's something missing in them, a switch that needs to be flipped, or a light that needs to be added that will turn them on.
All I know is that if I reach out, and you can feel it too, I don't get the same thoughts from them that I get from you, you know? I can feel you there. I can't feel them.
Maybe we have to understand more about you before we can do anything about them.
That's a good idea. It makes me also feel a little bit guilty for being mean about that horse the other day.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Which one?
Heart?
And all of them.
Sure, but that's the one you care about most.
I cared about all of them.
Okay.
But yeah, Heart most of all.
What are the statistics on gondola deaths every year? I blanked out of this conversation like 5 minutes ago. And I've just been obsessed with that.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, maybe she wants to become you.
Whoa, what?
Well, I don't know, right? She picked up the violin like later in life, which was a fucking thing to say, let me tell you.
What is that bad?
But maybe she's fascinated with
She's later in her life.
You don't actually know
She's
that.
closer to death than
No,
being
it was
born.
great. It was the most like
Genuinely
subtle
don't know
fuck
that.
you right on the way in. You set the tone.
I didn't know. I was just saying it's a fact.
400 years.
Most people
Or
do not
longer.
like
Or
hearing that
longer.
they're close to death.
But maybe she wants to transfer consciousness into something that'll never fade.
You could do that?
I don't know. How do you exist?
Doesn't really
You
strike me
think
as.
I'm the consciousness of a dead person?
I just said that 2
But it-
bloody seconds ago.
Respect. I took her
It was
idea.
such a
I
wild
made it
idea.
I stole your shit. And you took it because I can't.
Where he's like, yeah, no one knows to always say that. Like, this one else is
I heard you say it.
I
Are you serious?
totally did.
You know what? It was such a wild concept. You didn't say it.
Next time you have an idea, just tell me, and I'll make sure to filter through.
Okay, you're
Okay.
I still think
No,
it's
but
bad.
yeah.
I haven't
He
changed my
uses
opinion.
simple language.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty simple.
Approaching the exterior of the Esteros estate. Of course.
Wait, F.C.G.
Yeah.
Do you know, I don't know how to ask this question, but, well, do you know how long you've existed?
I mean,
How old you are?
Dancer built me a couple years ago. I don't know the exact date.
Would you say a couple or a few? How have we not had this conversation before?
Maybe we have. How do you measure that?
The number of days that the sun rises and sets.
You remember, okay.
Yeah. Do I remember how long ago I started sort of experiencing her and the world?
Yeah, I'd say it was probably maybe about 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, 3 to 4 years. You know, and that goes from like, you know, your beginning consciousness to, you know, learning things about the world around you. There was like a subtle period of finishing repairs. You came to consciousness before Dancer was finished. Kind of a small project. And then with each completion of construction and repair, you eventually became more useful. And then eventually proved that you would be able to come out on various jobs with the rest of Dancer's troupe. So yeah, I'd say 3 to 4 years.
There you go.
And Dancer was not one of the people that you were with when you were attacked.
Yes.
Dancer and all of the rest of
Yeah.
her.
They're all gone.
I don't know why I thought it was a different group and Dancer was still somewhere to be found.
No.
I'm sorry.
You know that for sure?
I mean, yeah, Ashton came upon us and saw the bodies as well.
It was a lot.
Wait, what? Ashton?
I'm glad you found a new group.
I am too.
This is a sensitive question, but do you know how she was killed? Could you tell?
You were on a job.
Yeah, we were on a job, and they all seemed to be eviscerated.
A very large one-eyed creature.
That's right.
Beast.
So including Dancer was eviscerated.
When you say you were on a job, what does that mean?
We had been hired to go
There's
into
the
a
organ.
mine.
Yeah.
I believe.
That's correct.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
You're on.
Yeah.
There's a silver mine to the east of Vichy.
Thank you. Silver mine to the east of Vichy.
Hey, brother.
And about a week later,
Good rendition.
I was paid to go find out what the fuck happened. And
Came upon me and a bunch of blood.
yes.
Who were you paid by, Ashton?
That's right. Ashton, who paid you?
Oh God, I don't have that on me.
It's in your file somewhere.
It's not in my file.
Getting to the bottom of it now.
That's right.
Yeah, we are.
Nobody particularly interesting. I'm trying to remember.
That you know of.
That I know.
That
of.
you know of. Matt might know. It's really.
That's in my session.
My
You
group,
have
the
it?
division, was hired by the Raya family.
Thank you.
The Raya family?
That's right.
Yep. But I don't know who. Did they hire you too?
I believe they did.
Okay.
Yes. That
Get our
name is
story
now-
straight here.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Just get out of your system.
Okay.
The Raya family, were they here in town?
Yes.
No.
No?
Well, I don't know. Wait, no.
No, the Rye family was in Vichy. They were the ones that
Vichy. There you go.
they ran the mine that was being overrun, and so they hired your troop to clear out the mine from the indigenous creatures that had kind of holed up in there.
Infested with all sorts of giant creatures.
And were the creatures cleared out?
No, we didn't. It was harder than we expected when we got into the mines. We were treated back to rest, recuperate, heal. I did a lot of healing that day. Everyone was busted up real bad, and that was it. In the night when we were resting, I don't know who was on watch, but I was shut down, and that's when we were taken out. They were taken out.
You shut down.
Resting?
Did someone shut you down, or did you do it
No.
yourself?
I mean, like I was asleep. I was in stasis mode.
He always does it.
Well, that statue's got to be heavy.
I literally can barely feel it. It's as if it isn't there.
You're so strong, Ashton.
I should have you carry me around all the time.
Jeez, oh my God, open up!
Thank you.
Would literally not feel it.
I could carry you around.
The door opens
I could carry you
ever
around.
so slightly,
breeze.
and Evelyn stands there. Hello, are you here to see the master?
Yeah, we brought a statue.
Very well. He is, well, perhaps he'll speak with you. Come with me. And she opens the door and kind of looks past you carefully.
You all right?
What's going on?
You seem on edge.
I'm just,
It's just us.
looking out for, make sure you're not being followed.
Oh,
General protocol for the Lord. Closes the door. Not the Lord.
Speak through me.
I didn't realize that could say Hector Sandy.
Stormlord.
Hello,
Hello.
If you didn't do it for the Lord, who would you do it for?
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Drusilla, red to Brockfall?
No, you move past the study where you first encountered and fought Lord Eshtaros. And further down the hall past it, you can see there's a partially open door, and you can hear a sound.
It's training. Or having sex.
Or both.
Within the next room, there is a small, somewhat circular-shaped chamber. And you can see there are weapon racks on different walls situated with, spears and halberds and all that. You can see in the middle of it, there is a small circular sand pit. And there are two wooden combat dummies, essentially in the center. These long wooden kind of pillars that have all these offshoots to them. They have all these dings and gashes in them. Some of them have been wrapped in hard leather that are themselves wrecked with all sort of manner of blows and wounds that have carved across them. And you see, kind of off to the side and behind it, just a little low lantern light of an oil lantern that's hung on the wall to the left. You see Lord Eshtaros wearing just a sleeveless vest and his almost like dress pants. It feels almost incongruent, with no shoes and his arms wrapped, just beads of sweat all across the forehead and dripping off the side as he's just punching the sides of this wooden test dummy repeatedly, over and over again, for about the next 20 or so seconds before he kind of stops for a second and notices you all out of the side. Oh.
You applauding?
Yeah, I look good.
That's extremely awkward.
Impressive.
I apologize, I was not expecting you here.
Goes and grabs a towel off of a small rack to the other side of the chamber and begins kind of wiping his face down and gets his robe and puts it on.
It is good to see that you have all stayed alive. That is a positive thing, I think.
You alright?
Just catching my breath. What can I do for you?
Well, we brought you something.
To start with, do you have a pedestal or something?
Yeah, we have a present.
Spare.
I mean, technically it belongs to Fern.
Like to stow.
Just storage, if you don't mind, but you can use it.
You brought this.
Maybe on your mantle in the other room, that would be really nice.
Somewhere more
Here,
private
look,
if you...
Look.
The whole pillar?
Look into
Oh, I'm gonna have to roll it. That's not okay. Okay.
You pull it down and kind of goes over and helps kind of hold the bottom of it and glances at it, and you watch as the kind of plain visage of the bust begins to shift into the intense and strong tusked jaw of Eshtaros. Withdraws a bit.
That is extremely creepy. We'll place it in my study facing the wall.
You know, maybe you could put it on top of your training dummy, so it's like you're fighting yourself and your inner demons as you train for sex.
It's like therapy.
I'm sorry.
Think this
We're
room
not
is?
on who here?
I'm sorry. Table walk.
It has been
Look at it.
nearly
Oh,
2
weapons
weeks,
all
and I
over.
have forgotten how extremely strange you all are. But indeed, there is much to get you up to speed on. Set that there.
Lord,
He walks over to it and turns it to make sure it's facing the wall. Takes his towel and kind of throws it over it.
You might want to have it looked at.
Anyway, come into my study, please.
Before we leave the room,
Before he put his robe on.
before we leave the room, I'm just gonna go up to the training wooden dummy and just say, "Hello, are you a person? Are you a thing? Hello, can you hear me?"
Yeah, I saw
No
his.
response.
Okay, keep trying.
Roll a perception check.
He just glanced to the side.
Esdras walks past you to the front door, reaches over to one of the racks on the side, and you can see there's like these ragged-looking spears. There's some staves. You can see what looks to be an awesome quarterstaff, and there is like some beautiful curved silver scythe with this like thin, long, curved blade. He reaches up and kind of grabs it and says, "We're done." And you watch as it kind of shifts and transforms into the silver ball-topped cane that he carries with him.
What?
Hot.
Scythe?
That's cool.
Now, do you train with all of the weapons in here, or?
Depends on the day of the week. It is important to be ready for anything.
Sir.
Come,
How old are
walk
you?
with me.
Just for reference.
We just scolded F.C.G. for doing that.
I know, you're right. I'm sorry.
I'm old enough to be accomplished at these weapons, and not quite old enough to be retiring them.
Accomplished, yet not retired.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. And he keeps walking with the heavy
It wasn't an insult.
sound
it
of
was
the
this.
cane leading forward
Very simple.
into the steps. As you follow in after him, he goes and walks towards his chair that was facing the fireplace, kind of scoots it a bit to the side and sits down, sets the cane across his lap, looks back to the rest of you.
Some interesting movement has transpired in your absence. Some of it you may be keenly interested to hear about. Evelyn, if you could close the door.
As he leans forward. We're going to take a break.
Instead of that.
Partially
Kyle
because
Orby,
we're
unfortunately, I
over an
have-
hour and a half, and we have to change these. These batteries to here, Ashley, for the second half of the game.
We love you, Ashley.
Thanks, friends.
Of course. So yeah,
Fortunately,
we'll
we'll
pick
have
up
to
at the start of this
I'll have
next
to
conversation with
start recording
Estras
tomorrow.
in just a few minutes.
Part.
Hang tight. We'll see you guys here in a little bit.
Hey, critters.
Sorry, but I'll have to continue this. That's a wrap for the night. I thank thee for joining me on this nice, on the 5th day of the 5th month for this reaction. Happy single mile. Well, tomorrow I might be another Star Wars day for me. Honestly, Cinco de Mayo is, to me, Star Wars Day is kind of almost a bigger holiday than Cinco de Mayo because I'm a very big Star Wars fan, so I like to call like tomorrow. I think I'll have Revenge of the Sixth, where you're laughing or cringing. Get there, but anyway, I will record tomorrow though, and post. Well, I'll record. Turn off my ears. I would just say I'll have recorded earlier today as you are watching this, and this should be out shortly after after you're done watching this. So keep a lookout. It should be only a few minutes away. This is Friener Reinventure, the half-elven YouTuber, and I wish thee good fortune on the quest of life.